Here's some Siler City storage unit truth. Corporatism isn't capitalism. Corporatism is just a way for mediocre middle managers to have some protection, to be shielded from the real world. Ultimately, what they want is the Titanic sinking, or rather shipping itself towards a very predictable iceberg. That's all it is. These huge corporations would not know innovation if it shot them in the foot. In fact, large companies is where innovation goes to die. There's a reason the phrase golden handcuffs exists. If you do something for a large company, they don't actually want innovation. They want you in a silo where you don't learn anything outside of it, where you specialize on that one thing and do that one thing well, but you don't do anyone else's job for them. You don't really collaborate with them. And if you see a major mistake on the horizon, the last thing you do is tell that middle manager that, oh crap, the corporate iceberg, oh boy, the boat's headed right toward that giant rock and we're going to hit it and the engine compartment's going to flood and we just might sink. Because you know what? The problem is that even if the ship sinks, at least they got their quarterly bonus. Yep. At the end of the day, corporatism is just it's socialism for corporations. It's socialism for your bureaucracy. See, everybody loves to talk about socialism as if it's something that would only affect the people at the bottom. The worker, Arbeiter Orst das unique, as they might say in German. I gotta stop watching videos on the internet. But anyway, I tried that at least. So we love to chatter about socialism and how it'd be great for the people. But the problem is you people have gone far beyond capitalism. You're so busy trying to attack capitalism that you don't recognize that what we have is not capitalism at all. It is socialism, but it's not socialism for the poor people. It's socialism for the rich people. There is this finely tuned bureaucratic machine across corporations, global, multinational, whatever. Humongous corporations want to steer the boat into the iceberg because it looks good on the quarterly report. But the second something comes up that's truly disruptive, you know what happens? That's going to nix my bonus. Tamp that shit down. Or, you're fired for being too noisy. That's the reality of corporations. And, you can hem and haw all you want about how we need to tear down the system and rebuild it in our own image so that us low guys that don't make any money and feel miserable, blah, 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 can be better off. But at the end of the day, the real problem is you've allowed corporate regulatory capture to take over everything. You have enabled socialism for rich people while advocating for socialism for poor people. In reality, a meritocratic capitalist system would have torn these companies down a very long time ago. Meta? You know how everybody's screeching about how they're behind the age verification red tape? Complete non sequitur. It does not matter. All companies of huge size want there to be red tape that somebody like me in a storage unit starting a competitor can't possibly comply with. Because you know what? I don't have $1 million to pay some ID verification service that'll leak all of your driver's license and social security data to some hacker group to comply with the law. So Facebook doesn't get Facebooked the way MySpace did by whatever future competitor because they cut them off at the pass. This is socialism for rich people. If you support this kind of bureaucracy and then you run around screeching about socialism, you're barking up the wrong tree, my young friend. You are myopic. You don't realize you're a useful idiot. Because what happens is you go, we should not empower corporations. We should power the people. And then, when it comes to actually powering the people, you advocate for the policies that somehow unbeknownst to you, because you didn't actually think things through all the way, those policies benefit the large corporations because they can comply with them in practical terms, and I cannot. Because my assets consist of everything inside of this 10 by 20 box. And Facebook has literal billions of cash to just throw at the problem. I can't compete with them. I can't take them down. Congratulations. You have made sure that your heroes can never even become fledglings. They can never grow to the point that they can do anything about your problem, because in advocating for the poor, you've actually advocated for the rich. You have steered the ship toward the iceberg and crashed it. Way to go, genius. And that's why we are where we are now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have literal trillion-dollar ideas that I have to close up in this storage unit behind this half-open door. Good luck. It's the world you chose. You get what you vote for.